Hello, I'm Liz Lumley of Finextra, and today we're speaking to FB of EPAM. And we're sitting down to have a conversation post a pretty interactive webcast that we put together at Finextra with you guys, really looking at digital transformation in the corporate space. And whenever people talk about digital in banking, the conversation often leads to mobile. So I want to keep on the conversations that we had during the webcast and talk about mobile and really, what mobile means in the corporate banking space.
Today, I would say it's almost everything, because the corporate users of services, which is financial services firms offer, actually they also private users too, which means that their experience is very much driven by their retail experience, and they expect the same kind of capabilities which is available in the retail space to be available at the corporate space, which is a big ask. Why? Because the type of services what they're looking for is the tools and the support what they get in the retail environment to extend it across the whole corporate sector, which means that they would like to use the mobile devices. And here the mobile really defines all the type of screen forms and real estate forms what you can really refer to provide them capabilities, which capabilities are adjusted to the form factor. They would like to approve or authorize transactions. They would like to check and create functions and check positions using mobile devices. Not necessarily execute the full functionality, but execute the functionality which is applicable to the device itself, or the size of the device, I would say.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the things that I found most interesting about the discussions during the webcast was talk about personalization. And a few of the speakers talked about using more social tools, analytics, even using terms like creating an intimate and therapeutic relationship between the corporate treasurer and the bank. Is that type of intimate relationship possible or serviceable in the corporate to bank relationship?
I think intimate is an interesting word, but I wouldn't characterize the relationship. But I would say it would be a more proactive relationship. I would say the tools what you employ should be proactive in helping the corporate treasurer to do this job. It should really be proactive in a way what sort of services I can take, and these services should be tailored based upon my usage pattern, based upon the data I provided, based upon events which is happening outside of the world, corporate events maybe surfacing in the application itself. And this way you can call this more social, more intimate, but it's actually more data-driven behaviors what you would like to see in these applications. This is the way where you can really personalize the behavior of the application, and the personalization, it would go beyond just changing the colors or putting a nice picture of your dog at the background.
Having 10 o'clock telephone chats.
Exactly. That's not what you really want to get. Mm-hmm. What you want to get is the services, and the services are adapted. The type of services it serves to you or available to you is really designed for you. Mm-hmm. And maybe adopting a more service design approach in order to provide you a harmonious and experience across all those devices.
So if we're looking at how banks are sort of changing the way they view the corporate treasurer, I want to sort of end off our conversation with my famous crystal ball question. Looking back at the corporate treasurer, in terms of digital transformation, what will the corporate treasurer look like? How will they behave 5 years from now?
I think 5 years from now, corporate treasurers will use tools which would automate their jobs, would use tools which would really help them to take work away from them, and the tools would support their activities. And these tools would go beyond the current boundaries what the corporate banking world offers, actually provide value-added services. They would help you do VAT returns. They would help you drive discounts. They would help you optimize your accounts payables. The bank doing that based upon your invoice information. And I saw examples where people were able to take invoices, OCR them, and use that to drive banking transactions. Mm-hmm. take it to the next level, where this is not just the transaction, but something else, something more value added.
So it's not just a transaction, it's the relationship. That's
Exactly.
what's going forward. That's great. FB, thank you very much.